Oh, what is it?
Support your kids' hobbies.
What is it? Where is it? Go get it. Yeah.
You have to be interested in their hobbies. It's good for their mental growth. Way home. Just like my hair today. It's kind of a fluke. Loves me, baby. What are we playing today, boys? Might get a gym badge. I don't know, feeling crazy. Have you been bored by YouTube lately? Does everything seem kind of the same, or maybe repetitive or unoriginal? Or are the people you're watching, do they seem uninteresting? Maybe you get a little bored. Maybe the people you've been watching for forever are no longer entertaining to you in the same way they used to be. That's kind of what I've been thinking lately. And I know it's definitely not me. There's at least one other person in this world who thinks that. Because I have a friend, and she also makes YouTube videos. Totally different genre than me, whatever genre this may be. And I said to her, I was like, I feel so bored with YouTube lately. I feel like I go on these hunts for YouTubers that I like, that are funny, and like they're doing things that they're enjoying. Like, I find that so hard to find now. And specifically, I'm usually looking for funny women. Like, those are the kind of people that I see myself in. That's the kind of content I want to make. And so I'm looking for those kind of people. And some of the ones I used to watch either don't make it at all. Like, a majority of them don't make videos at all anymore. Some that do, they post very rarely, or it just doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel like they're enjoying it as much. Or I'm just bored. It's so hard to find in this sea of people, this sea of never-ending content on YouTube. It is nearly impossible to find anybody, I think, that's worth a dime. You know, anybody I think that's still doing this because they love it. Anybody with a real personality and a passion for doing this. Are you okay? That's the second time you've done that. Every time she does something stupid, she walks away as if like it never just happened. She's like, I'm not embarrassed. What? I didn't do that. That wasn't me. I would never be so ungraceful. I'm a cat. So this is all to say it started when I was talking to that YouTube friend. They started making videos after we became friends. Like, we are friends before YouTube friends. Like, what a weird thing to say. I'm gonna be a bridesmaid actually in her wedding next year, me and my other friend, and we're gonna fly over across Canada for it, and I'm really excited about that. But the point is, she was like, me too. And we were like, why? Why? Why is it like that now? Why is it so hard? And I gotta admit, Americans, when I heard that TikTok is probably getting taken away, or whatever the status of that is from the States, I was like, oh, that sucks, because I love TikTok, and if there's no American creators, it won't be like nearly as much content that I like. Let's admit it, the Canadians aren't that funny. Just kidding. Sorry, like Canadians I actively know on YouTube, like Cody Co, and isn't Curtis Connor also Canadian? So I gotta admit, selfishly, I was a bit like, if TikTok goes away, is everybody gonna go back to YouTube and breathe this new breath of life into it? Kind of like when Vine went away. Not quite the same. I know it's kind of a totally different circumstance. I kind of had this little selfish glimmer of hope that that might happen. So my friend Emily sent me this video by Damon Dominique, I think. And it was a video they made called Why I Don't Post Anymore. And it was kind of about the state of social media and what's going on with YouTube and social media in general, and this, like, I honestly, with the rise of TikTok, I think, influencing a lot of stuff recently. I'm kind of blabbing about social media, and that's what this video is, because that's a topic that I'm really interested in. So if you're not into that, I'm sure you've already clicked away, but that's what we're going to be talking about. They said a lot of things in their video that I'm basically going to reiterate and like talk about my feelings about. So watch their video if you want like it to sound smart and from the horse's mouth. I'll add like a card or a link or something. But they delivered this line and they said, YouTube feels a lot like Netflix now. And I was like, oh my God, that's absolutely it. There's just so many choices. Most of them are bad. He called it trash. Most of the content on YouTube is trash now. And oh my God. I'm not good at talking while I'm doing stuff. I wish I could be like that. I would make a good streamer if I had that quality. I don't have that quality. I can only do one thing at once and think about one thing and talk about one thing while doing one thing. If that made any sense. I literally took notes on this video. That's why I want to talk about it. Let's go sit and drink so I can actually focus. It's just a mess. So many choices. Most of it's trash. And it's like this desperate search and like feeling so paralyzed by all the choices. I think it was Drew Gooden who made a video about that, which I found very interesting. But it's so true. I feel like it's so impossible to find something I want to watch, and a lot of the time I click a thumbnail that's clickbaity and it's just not, it's not it. It's not it. I try very hard to convey my personality in my thumbnails. I make them colorful, I make them fun. I'm usually like smiling or making kind of like a goofy face because that's the vibe of my videos. I add sparkles and hearts because that's me. And I've been really frustrated with YouTube for a while now because if you don't have the premium version, you may have noticed there's just an abysmal amount of ads on the platform now. For a 10-minute video, there's so many ads. There's always 2 ads back to back now. Never used to be like that back in my day. Usually both of them are unskippable. And then you'll get like 3 or more kind of like I'll try to watch a 10-minute video and it's just ads. It's crazy to me. Ugh. First of all, I'm upset about that. Second of all, I'm upset with YouTube, and I feel like nobody really talked about this. And it's that YouTube puts ads on unmonetized channels. There might be a mixed opinion about that, but I don't think that's fair at all. I don't understand, like I know that there's probably a threshold in which it makes sense for them to pay people out, but if you think about every tiny creator that isn't monetized and they're putting an ad on every one of those videos, think about how much money they are collecting, you know, by having all that, like all the options for them to put ads on, and all those tiny people make nothing. And it's hard to get monetized. Now, you won't be making very much probably anyway if you don't hit that threshold where they start to pay you, but I just don't think it's fair that they can make money when those people can't. Everybody can be an influencer. Everybody can be a YouTuber, but should they? Should we all? It feels like everybody's a TikToker. Everybody has some sort of media where they're trying to put themselves out there as a creator. Like so many people who have never had an interest in like video or editing or film or a specific niche topic that they want to share with people. So many people who have never had that interest and probably still don't. They probably don't edit or put any work into their videos. And I'm not talking about you if you're the kind of person who does. Like, that's not what I mean. But there's so many people that put zero effort in and they don't really care about the process. And it just pollutes this platform or these platforms with a mass sea of garbage. His words, not mine. And it makes it so impossible to find anything. And I feel a little resentful about it. And I mean, I should probably say, I didn't start with an interest in editing, not to be a hypocrite. I didn't have any interest like that when I started. I grew to love that. There's so many pieces to this that thumbnails, learning to edit photos, stuff like that. So many pieces to this that people have no interest in. But there's this weird appeal to being seen and acknowledged and loved by people, which kind of begs the question that he brought up in his video. Everybody's an influencer. At what point is nobody an influencer anymore? Like, is virality is dead. Like, nothing is truly viral anymore. And so nobody is really truly viral anymore, which means nobody's really a huge creator. There's still that line for us now, but in the future, will anybody be a huge creator? Can we find the people easy enough for them to ever grow big enough to be that? Oh, she must see a fly. Get it, get it. I don't know if this is making any sense. But if you just think about it for a moment, in the future, nobody will really be that big. We'll all just be micro influencers.
Oh, what is it?
Support your kids' hobbies.
What is it? Where is it? Go get it. Yeah.
You have to be interested in their hobbies. It's good for their mental growth.
Yeah? Tell it. I don't even see it, but what are we looking at? But I still support you. Is there something outside?
Oh.
Are you chirping at it? Is there a birdie? Is there a birdie?
You're so cute.
What do you see? Is it? Oh. You're thinking about jumping onto a surface that doesn't exist? Oh! I can't believe you just did that! Parkour! Oh, I gotta show you guys. Are you gonna do it again? She just jumped literally onto this ledge and stood there for a few seconds. It was really impressive. You're gonna do it again? You like parkoured it, no? Or are you just gonna keep meowing? I can't control that my daughter might be meowing. Gently turned my camera off. Social media's a lie. Social media is a lie. And I've been doing YouTube for 5 years. Nobody knows who the fuck I am. You think I'd still be making videos after 5 years if I didn't like the process a little? So again, why is YouTube so boring? It's this trash content, but it's also not just YouTube, but also TikTok. Quantity over quality. So many people, Damon talks in his video about stuff like that, about talking to somebody and them saying it takes him these days to make this video, and this other person's like, I could do like 10 in that time, because so many people are just putting out tons of trash instead of working on something they're passionate about that's actually really good. And it's just frustrating because so many people, I'm sure, on this platform, on YouTube, do that, where they spend days working on a video and they put it out, and they're overshadowed by people who just pump their trash out of the factory. I'm getting like a little heated about this. There's nothing for me to show for my 5 years, except for my love and passion and hard work and this collection of videos that I have, which I'm really proud of. Am I the person that needs to know when to give up? Like, am I that person I'm talking about who doesn't have like the talent or the skill, or am I just like, why am I forcing it? But then again, I'm like, I love this. I love this. Maybe I'm part of the problem. I don't know. I was also really intrigued by something he said, where he said that when YouTube started, the people who were attractive to us were these people who were unique and different and were starting something new. Like, they were the quirky ones. They were like the shy ones that found their outlet here talking to a camera, which I can relate to. And now it's just following trends, following what's popular, you know, to some degree. I think being attractive, to some degree I think being a man. Like, that's something we do have to consider on YouTube, is I feel like there's so many female viewers. We watch female creators, we watch male creators, we watch all sorts of creators, and then men, I feel like it's very rarely that they're watching female creators or other creators unless it's for reasons. For example, my biggest video was me recording my sleep sounds for a week, and I was looking back on them laughing at some of the funny noises and like sleep talking, and a lot of those comments were fetish. Whoa. Never said that word so back to back in a short span of time. Just creepy. Creepers. Fart on camera. Take off your clothes. I don't know. Can't remember what they said. I just didn't commit it to memory, because why would I store that useless information? And then we obviously can't forget bean soup. Whole soup dedicated to beans, you know. What do I do if I don't like beans? What do I substitute? This content was not made for you. Not everything on the internet is catered to you and made for you. I don't know. Short form content has rotted our brains so much that I almost miss the thriving of YouTube and long form content. Of course, YouTube's getting into short form content. Every social media platform is trying to be everybody else. Optimistically, I'd like to think moving forward that because everything is so boring now, that there's bound to be a wave of people who are so bored they start making stuff that's interesting again, if that makes sense. Like, if we're all so sick of this boring content on here, somebody's gonna start making something they think is new and interesting. And I'm really kind of hoping that those kind of creators come to light. It's so hard. It's so hard to find content. It's so hard to be found as a content creator. Like, if you have any recommendations for funny YouTubers that you love and think are underrated, please leave them in the comments. One of my favorites is Nicole Raffi. Here's my little recommendation to you. I've been talking about her on my channel for so long. I think she is so funny and talented and confident, and I love her unique video ideas. I've been watching her for so many years, and I just want more people like that. I think she's slow rising, but I think she's finally getting some recognition that she deserves. And I just want more people like that, and I need more recommendations because I watch YouTube every day. I've been making videos for so long, but I still watch YouTube every day. I love it. I love YouTube, but I just can't help being a little bored. And there's some days I come on and there's just nothing I want to watch, and I'm noticing that more and more. There's nothing that I haven't seen before. I want us all to think before we post and just think about, are we putting out something of value, or are we just spewing into the endless abyss, the endless sea of content? Ask yourself that. Wake up in the morning and ask, am I spewing or am I contributing to a better world? Oh my god, am I spewing? We need that to be a motto. There'll be bean soup, spewing. I miss like Jenna Marbles. I know, I sound old being like, I miss old YouTube, but I do. I miss it. Hi, cutie pie. Did you want to say hi to everybody? Hi, say hi. You're so sweet. I understand why it gets to the creators I love. Like, I understand people get worried that this has to be their job forever, and they have to stay relevant, and they have to stay liked. They can't risk people falling out of love with them. I think more of us need to approach this as, I mean, if you're approaching it as a job, you might be off in the first place. But even if you are, I think you need to view it as not something that is a forever job. Maybe a stepping stone, maybe some experience. But I think that because YouTube is so intimate at its core, and that it's just people in their rooms with cameras, or you get so caught up in how this is no longer a hobby and is now a job, that you lose that relatability as well, if that makes any sense. In some ways I feel like someone like Nicole Raffi is at this perfect size where she doesn't have to be too affected by the outside world and can still live within her circle and be fully herself. And then I've seen there's YouTubers in the past, like maybe Emma Chamberlain or Best Dressed or people like that, who get so big that they lose that relatability, where they can no longer fully show their true selves. But I do have to say that the video by Damon that I watched, oh, she's hugging my arm. You're so sweet. That video by Damon, I think has really provoked some thought in me about what I want to make going forward. I never want to sacrifice my quality. I mean, there's all sorts of levels of quality, but the standard at which I hold myself, I really liked what he said about like how you're just trying to scam your audience. And like, what kind of relationship is that with your audience if you're just trying to trick them and lie to them? Ow, 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 ow! She's biting me. If you're just, she's licking me. If you're just trying to scam and lie to them and be smarter than them, like he said. I never want to do that. I never want to stoop to that level. And maybe one day that'll be something admirable. And maybe one day, ow, she's just gnawing on, maybe that's just called integrity. Not to make it about me, because this is really more just me talking about something that I found interesting and that I've been thinking about a lot and that I've been disappointed by. I do sometimes wonder that if I keep it up, if I continue making videos, will it pay off? Will my efforts be recognized? Like, I don't have any delusions of grandeur, like, you know, for lack of less dramatic phrase. I don't want to be like biggest YouTuber on YouTube, which I don't think is attainable anymore, like we talked about. I think I just want people to enjoy my videos in the way that I do. Like, I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm not critical of my videos sometimes, or I look back and I have criticisms, but I also still look back and I laugh. Like, I'm my biggest fan, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a narcissist. Me and my mom and my friends were my biggest fans, and so I still love and stand by where I was in what level of creating I was when I made the videos, even if they could be better if I made them now, but I didn't make them now, I made them then. So I just want people to recognize and enjoy things that I'm making I think my dream has always been to have people talk to me about them, you know? Like, it was funny when this, or I really like this, or it would be awesome if you tried doing this. I want a relationship with people. I have such a hard time having a relationship with people in real life that I desperately seek for it in other mediums. And so it's not that I want to have money or be famous, which again, I don't think is truly attainable anymore as an influencer. I just want a community, and it would be a total dream if one day it could be like a side hustle for me or something, or a stepping stone for me, or experience for me in maybe a field like this. But most of all, I just want to be seen and heard and acknowledged. And maybe that sounds pathetic to you, but that is raw and uncensored, and that's just who I am. And if that's off-putting to you, then we are not the right match anyway. And I desperately want an audience that's just like me and is a match just like me. Has the same sense of humor as me, the same hobbies as me, or different hobbies as me, but we can appreciate each other. Now I'm ranting about myself because I am a narcissist. I have loved YouTube for so long, and I think I'll always have a soft spot in my heart for YouTube. I just really want to see it grow in a positive way someday. Instead of continuing on the track that it's going, I would love to see an algorithm that doesn't just boost trends, but can somehow boost creators to you that are similar to the creators you like, not just the things and thumbnails you click, not just the clickbait that you fall for, but the people that you actually watch frequently and to the end. Well, that was a long-winded way to say why I think YouTube is so boring and needs to be refreshed and needs a second life. We need somebody to come on here. I know it's not going to be me, but we need somebody to come on this platform and shake things up like some people have done in the past. You know? I don't know. God, I'm bored. I just want to see people love this hobby. I want to see people be excited about this. I can't find those people. I know they're out there. If you know them too, please tell me. I want to see their stuff. I want to enjoy their stuff. I want to be inspired by their stuff. Please tell me. Don't gatekeep. Please. Please. Okay, thanks for watching me blab about something that you might not care about. Nobody probably did watch it, so thanks for nothing. I love you. If you made it this far. That was On the House. Bye. Bye.
There are no gatekeepers. You could film a video much like this one on your phone right now, post it to YouTube, and watch it get 1 view.